Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to some more Animal Crossing. In this part, we're going to try showing off the Game Boy Advance function of the island in this game. And it's a pretty cool little thing, not overly in-depth or anything like that, but we're going to start off by appearing here on the island and burying a couple pieces of furniture. This is going to be important because these furniture pieces that we're burying will be interactable with once we get to the Game Boy Advance portion of this little display we have going on. So I'm going to not only bury those things, but I'm going to drop my tools as well as some oranges for our villager to potentially use. And our villager, of course, is Flash. So we're going to get the hell on out of here and switch on over to the Game Boy Advance screen. But first we have to tell Captain that we're leaving, and then he's going to ask us if we want to take a record of Riptonia Island on our Game Boy Advance. So we turn that on and then keep it on, and then eventually select the option, I'll take it. From here some information gets, I guess, transmitted between the game and the Game Boy Advance, and then eventually this will happen after a couple of moments. So that's a nice little sound effect right there. Now, a very important thing is that you need to make sure that the Game Boy Advance is empty while it's hooked up to your console. It needs to be empty or else this does not work. So, I don't have a game in my Game Boy Advance, it's hooked up to my Wii, and Animal Island ended up popping up after going through those dialogue options with Cap'n. So after waiting a little bit, we can now zoom in onto the island, and oh, look at that low quality mesh of pixels there. But anyway, after zooming in, we can move this hand icon on over to his door, and then we can press the A button to knock onto his door, and by doing that, he pops out of his house. So the first thing I'm going to do is drag and drop an orange next to him to see if he likes this orange. So he's going to pick that up and eat it, and a little heart came out above his head, so he likes the orange. And the reason why you'd want to do that is because there's a small possibility of your islander dropping bells onto the floor whenever they perform actions like eating fruit or putting fruit into their inventory or going fishing. And there's a possibility of them not liking the fruit that you bring, so it's important, if you're able to bring a variety of fruit to see what they do and don't like. But anyway, I ended up dragging and dropping the shovel on over next to him, and shoutouts to him picking up that orange and putting it in his pocket. But I ended up dragging and dropping the shovel on over next to him, so that way I can tap onto these dig spots that I made for him to dig them up. And what he's doing is, after digging them up, he is potentially reburying them, but more likely he is burying a new item. So it's kind of like an exchange type of thing. But there's a very, very small chance that we get an exclusive item that you can only get from doing this type of action on our Game Boy Advance. And there's a very small list of these exclusive items, so I suppose that's another long-term goal where I'd like to get those exclusive items, but we'll see what happens, because it, takes a bit of time doing that. Anyways, now he's going fishing, and there's a chance of him catching fish or catching some treasure, and again dropping bells for us. But it doesn't look like he's dropping many bells for us, none so far, and I kind of doubt he will at any point, because it's kind of a rare action. It's not always going to happen, but it is very nice when it does happen, because he drops an exponential amount of bells. And I'd like to show that off at some point. But anyways, in the meantime, though, along with digging and fishing, the islander can also chop down trees if you leave an axe for him, and he can also catch things with a net. And on occasion, you'll see things kind of float across screen, such as bells or furniture. And if the islander is holding the net, then they can catch these things and potentially drop them for you, or sometimes they'll just end up dropping bells, or they won't do anything at all, like with what we're seeing here with Flash. So Flash is a bit stingy here, because he's taken oranges from us, and he's also gone fishing, and now he's caught this, but he still hasn't dropped anything. So again, it's just kind of luck of the draw as to whether or not these things tend to happen. So after leaving the island and now coming back to the island, we can see what Flash ended up doing here. So he does thankfully drop any of the tools he was using, so that's quite nice that the game does not eat your tools or anything like that. And I'd say the first thing we're going to do is just dig up these dig spots and see what happened here. So this first item is a garden stone, which is nothing new. That's what I ended up burying. So far, nothing. But hey, here's a Spaceman Sam. Alright. That is not an exclusive item, but that's alright. Next is a Hawthorn Bonsai. Okay, I like the bonsai trees in this game. So 2 out of 3 is not half bad at all, so I'll take that. And then I'll also take my oranges, any remaining oranges that he ended up just leaving here, as well as my fishing rod and net. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing that you can do. I'm gonna go inside real quick and just kind of drop these items down to see exactly what they look like, and of course organize my inventory because I'm a little picky about that type of thing there. But yeah. And maybe one day we'll end up decorating this place properly. Not that it really matters all that much, but hey, that's a really nice looking bonsai right there. I think I'll put that in my house, actually. That's really, really nice. And then next we have a Spaceman Sam. Wow, look at that. It looks really derpy though, because it's very stubby and blocky there. But, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just... yeah, it looks a little weird, but yeah, that's pretty awesome stuff. I'm glad I got those items because they're really, really nice. And let's talk to you, Flash. What's going on? Now, how you doing, Eric? Well, I hope. Who, me? Avocado? I suppose I'm great. Or so I'm told. Ooh, very suspicious there, Flash, but I'm just hanging around. What's up? I'm currently looking for a fine piece of furniture called yeah, that word again. So again, usually the first thing that they talk about is just an item that they're looking for, so I don't have that plant that he's been asking for these past couple times. But, oh, it looks like he wants to change avocado to something else. Okay. I've gotten the sense that it's not the best way to say invite a certain someone to go dancing, avocado. Ooh. Yeah, that's true. I don't think avocado is going to help when it comes to picking up ladies there. But yeah, I'll think of something new here. Alright, so we'll try this out, lemon lips, and see what happens here. This had better be good, because animals hang on to my every word, you know. Well, here goes. Hello there, my little chickadee. You look ravishing. Would you possibly care to dance, lemon lips? Oh yes, it's like I've become nobility. A prince, perhaps. It's almost unfair how charming I am now. Yeah, of course, Flash, you madman, I love you. And I really wish the islanders can come back to the mainland and hang out with your animals there, but there's no way of doing that, sadly. So Flash, he's just having his own adventures out in the open sea, kind of like Wind Waker or something like that. But anyways, let's head on back home. So something I've been wanting to do is speak to our new neighbor, who has always been asleep anytime we've gone on over to their house. So here is Kit. Hi, nice to meet you. I haven't lived in Baynard too long, but as far as I know, it's a pretty nice place. Wow, that's a very nice thing of her to say. Oh, where's my mind? Gee, I'm scatterbrained today. My name is Kit. You're Eric, aren't you? Right, well, I look forward to seeing you around town, child. Ooh, what a pleasant animal. Okay, hello. I love how that dialogue box just had hello, and then, you know, it's a very short one. Don't you just love sunny days, child? And again, another short dialogue box. Okay, this is different. I like this. So I want a job, Kit. Can I do anything for you? Let me think for a sec. Ooh, I've got it. A while back, I lent my Game Boy to Allie. You know who that is, right, child? The thing is, I need to get it back, but I'm pretty sure Allie forgot about it. Can you get it back for me? Yeah, I guess so, I will. I know it's a lot of work, but I'm counting on you, child. And I love how she just, like, sprints away after that. So because of some technical difficulties, I didn't get a chance to show off Saturday's business the day it happened, but that's alright because I can still include it in this part, and I wanted to show off that I ended up selling my turnips for 47 bells per turnip, which isn't very good, but at least I got rid of them. And look at this here. Oh, we got the Master Sword in stock at Nook's, and you bet your sweet pale ass I ended up buying this. And it's only 2,800 bells, so that's a fantastic price for such an amazing item. So in stock today at Nook's, something really cool is here, in that we have a billiards table. So 2 days in a row where we have some awesome items. I'm definitely buying this and then putting it in my house. So while trying to find Allie, I was doing some landscaping because I found the gold dig spot, and I wanted that dig spot just kind of on its own, to be honest, with nothing next to it. So yeah, something that can happen is when you either shake or try chopping down trees, bees can fall out of the tree and they will attack you. So the bee is something that you do need for the museum, so we're gonna have to do that some more at some point, but yeah, that's that's a thing that can happen. And then of course the animals in town will have a response about that, so we'll talk to a couple animals as we're doing this fetch quest. And hey, Allie's right there. She's kind of like hiding from us. Oh, that must hurt. The bees have been after you, haven't they? You poor little pincushion. Love that. You can't just run around in a panic when you see bees. You have to use your head. You don't know what to do? Figure it out for yourself. I'm not your mother, you know, Grog. Well, I mean, I wasn't really requesting help or anything, jeez. Oh, Eric, you're priceless, you know that? You're like a peppy little bag of fun, Greg. You almost feel like that's a bit of an insult there. But anyways, I'm picking up. You've come to pick up the Game Boy. Oh, dear, Greg. This is sort of awkward. Oh, great. How should I put this? Egbert took it. Yeah, you know, this is kind of typical of Allie, though, if we're being honest here, because it seems like anytime we're asking for an item, she just ended up giving it to somebody else beforehand. Look at this. Hector's hanging around the museum. Oh, nasty, you got stung by a bunch of bees? That means you were shaking trees. You were, weren't you? Well, you better come clean. Why were you shaking trees, Eric? You found something, didn't you? Aren't you going to tell me what? Fine, don't share your secret. You deserve to get stung, Kuha. But why the hell's he getting mad? Well, you know, I'm the one who literally got stung by bees here, and he's the one being a little peen about it there. I don't know about that. You know, everybody has their moments, I guess. But anyways, let's talk to Egbert here. Oh man, you look terrible. I almost didn't recognize you. Seriously, not to bum you out, but you look tenderized. What a way to put that. It is Eric, right? It took me a while, but I got you pegged now, doodle-da. Wow, you look so miserable, and no small wonder. Anyway, I hope it gets better soon, doodle-da. Hey, what a bro. There we go. That's the support I need in a moment like this after getting stung. Ah, weak. I didn't mean for you to have to come here on behalf of Kit. Sorry, doodle-da. Well, in any case, here's the Game Boy. Don't forget to return it, doodle-da. Well, that's the score. Get on it, doodle-da. Alright, so I got a Game Boy for you, Kit. Let's see what happens here. Aye! Are you okay? That looks so incredibly painful. Well, not to make your day worse, but that's what happens when you go around teasing bees. Whatever you did to make them angry, you probably shouldn't do it again, child. Well, unfortunately, we have to. We want to complete the museum, so yeah, we'll look forward to doing that. But I got a delivery for you. What's this? Could it really be my Game Boy, child? I thought I'd never see it again. This makes me really happy, child. Fantastic stuff there, and we get some stationery for it, but I do appreciate Kit's motherly advice when she saw we got stung by a bee, so I don't know, I mean, I'll take that along with the stationery. Pretty good stuff. So after checking the bulletin board, we can see here that we have an entry from Camafrog. Hey, it's Camafrog, of course, with this like angry emoji after his name, typical. I buried a hi-fi stereo somewhere in Acre E4. Whoever finds it, keeps it, but you'll owe me big time. I ain't owing you fecal matter, you sick freak. Wow, look at that. And that prick did a really good job of hiding the stereo, because you can barely see that behind the tree. So the last thing I wanted to show off is KK Slider, because he was in town yesterday, because he's always in town on Saturdays from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And I wanted to request from him a song that Flash listens to in his home on the island. And that song is KK Fusion. So we'll type that in and request it.
Now, oh wait, me na me oh wait me oh, me na me oh now, oh wait, me na me oh wait me oh, na na. Me na me oh now, oh wait. Me na me oh wait me oh, me na me oh now, oh wait, me na me oh wait me oh, now me oh me wait na, oh me oh me oh now, wait wait oh me na 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 oh, wait oh. Me oh now, oh wait, me na me oh wait me oh, me na me oh now, oh wait, me na me oh wait me oh, now me oh me wait na, oh me oh me oh now, wait wait oh me na 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 oh, wait oh.
So to explain the technical difficulties that happened yesterday, I ended up recording my Gameboy Advance footage with a webcam, and it was just not very good. I mean, it was extremely blurry and just unwatchable. So it didn't work out, but today I ended up recording my Game Boy Advance footage with my phone, and it was just a million times better. So I'm really happy it ended up working out. But I will say that today will be the last day of regular updates for Animal Crossing, because I think by this point people kind of get the idea as to what Animal Crossing's all about. So from here on out, we'll just do periodic updates as well as the events that happen in Animal Crossing on the GameCube. So the next event is Nature Day on April 22nd. So until then, I will see you next time.